do, do. Do, 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 do. Welcome, everyone, to the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast, 3rd Annual Hall of Fame, brought to you by PBR. Use hashtag Major PBR, guys. Third year in a row.
I wish I snuck a couple PBRs into all the goddamn... did you just have an earthquake?
No, Earthquake did not. Earthquake is not. Spoiler alert. He is not in the Hall of Fame this year.
Anyway, I wish I snuck a couple PBRs into all the Hall of Fame ceremonies I've been through. It would have made it a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah.
And actually, come to think of it, I'm pretty sure the Good Brothers did that a handful of times.
I never did, and I don't know why I didn't.
I regret it, yeah.
But it's the 3rd Annual Major Wrestling Figure Podcast Hall of Fame. I think before we get into it, we need to say who won year 1 and 2. Because I don't want people to be like...
Sets the standard where people are like,
that's right.
Hasbro Hogan not in. Okay.
So, first of all, we have a committee. I'm not going to reveal everyone who's on the committee, but this is serious. Like, this is very, very serious. I send people the ballot. They respond. The committee was larger this year.
People get fired.
We cut somebody, and we won't say his name, but it rhymes with Hill Hakina.
And Ham Alberts got the boot too.
Anyway, so the committee was so big, not so big, but bigger this year that it was so hard for me to tally the votes that I had Kanicki do it on a spreadsheet. So thank you, Michael Kanicki, for tallying the votes. Your prize will be a signed PBR by Matt Cardona. Anyway.
He's also so good at spreadsheets that he could predict who's going to win next year.
Yeah. All right, so in year 1, and Marky, please put up the pictures.
Yeah.
We had LJN Macho Man was inducted. Hasbro #1 Hulk Hogan was inducted. Galoob #1 Sting was inducted. Jakks Classic Superstars Ultimate Warrior Series 1 was inducted. And Mattel Defining Moments WrestleMania 7 Macho Man was inducted. And then last year, AWA Remco's Road Warriors 2-pack was inducted. LJN Series 1 Hulk Hogan was inducted. Hasbro Series 1 Macho Man was inducted. Jakks Bone Crunching Action Series 1 Shawn Michaels Superstar Series 1 was inducted. And this one I couldn't believe. The Slim Jim Mattel Macho Man was inducted. So a lot of 4 Macho Mans already. So this year we had it a little bit different. We had a LJN category. We had a Hasbro category. We had, to commemorate the FWF, the Figure Wrestling Federation, and the whole season 1, somebody from either Jakks Bone Cruncher, ECW, San Francisco Toy Maker, or WCW Toy Biz, that category. We also had a Mattel category and then the miscellaneous category. So in every category, people could choose 5 picks, except for the miscellaneous, 10 picks. And then we tallied them up, and we got the winners. So Are you guys ready?
Let's rock.
Ladies and gentlemen, the first inductee into the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast Hall of Fame class of 2021, LJN Hot Rod.
Oh,
wow.
Rowdy.
Here he comes.
Roddy
One of the Bella twins on his arm.
Piper. Here he is.
Red boots.
I guess the maroon boots count. This is the maroon, actually, technically.
Yeah.
Because I have the red as well.
The brighter red, right?
Yeah, so what a great figure. He's got the kilt. Now, there's different variations of the kilt. We're not counting variants because it's all Series 1.
Yes.
No.
I voted for Hot Rod. I know that.
I did not.
I did not either.
If you know what, I forget. If I voted, he was like in my 5, but he wasn't my number 1.
In my opinion, he should have been in before LJ and Macho because he's Hogan's #1 nemesis, right?
So you take the kilt off. The kilt has the Velcro. Soft goods.
Wow.
Soft goods, baby. Now, one thing I wish always came off was the belt. But hey, beggars can't be choosers here.
Yeah, that's fine.
I love that it has the laces molded in, even has the RP molded into the boot.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
This is a classic figure. Even, I would say...
Tights, though.
What's that?
Blue tights.
Blue tights would be preferable. He's got the nice classic pose here. He's got the I do like that he's the t-shirt on. He'd be a little too like if he was just in red trunks and red boots, he'd be teaming with Mr. Wonderful. You know?
Yeah.
Like at
You do
WrestleMania.
the elbow drop and the clothesline, so that's great.
Yeah, I always liked that pose. It was like you could work with it if you were a kid.
Yeah. That is what is the main event of WrestleMania 1? My mind, I just had a mind fart.
The tag match.
Him and Orndorff, right?
Him and Orndorff.
Okay, I was
Hogan
right.
and
Okay.
T with Snuka and Ace Orton in the corners.
Now, even this
Pat
figure,
Patterson as the ref.
like my LJNs, I don't collect them mint on card. I like them loose. I'm a loose guy. I like to let them breathe. I would say my Piper is like an 8 out of 10. Like minor scuffs on the hot rod, but like you're never gonna get it minty mint.
In the package, you get stuff like that.
Yeah, so I would say this is like as good as it's gonna get out of package. He's got the brown hair. He's got the shirt. Listen, as kids, we all had a beat up hot rod. I'm sure if I look at my childhood hot rod, which I still
That's
have.
why I think he's in. Like he wasn't like unobtainable. Everyone had him growing up, and like I said, if you had an LJN collection, he's the top heel.
I love the soft goods. I mean, like you gotta have like
I would say him and Elizabeth. That's it, right? In the whole line.
yeah, like how different would that Hasbro Piper had been if he had a soft goods kilt,
Oh,
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This to me is an iconic figure. I love it. I'm not gonna say I would have changed anything because for the time, keep the shirt on. People know it's Hot Rod right away. It's Hot Rod, not some guy in red underwear.
Yeah.
And like you said, he main evented WrestleMania 1. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I have shared a WrestleMania moment with him.
Pretty
We
unreal.
go into detail about that this week on MC.
Yeah, on MC
Great.
True Long Island Story, we talk about it. I shared not only, I mean, in my career, I've shared a ring with Piper. I've wrestled Roddy Piper, but I had a WrestleMania. I don't want to call it a WrestleMania moment because I don't think anyone
It
thinks
was
of
a
it that
moment.
way.
Technically,
It was a
moment,
WrestleMania. It was a
but
segment on WrestleMania.
It happened.
It happened at WrestleMania,
Bro,
But Brian, we
listen
talked
to
about this
MC to hear about it because it's great. We go into detail.
I'm very happy to have this figure in my collection, and I am happy now that I have this. He deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. So everybody, round of applause.
Shut up, Hillbilly Jim. Okay, keep going.
Next up, the next inductee into the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast Hall of Fame class of 2021, Jake the Snake
Another one I voted for.
Roberts.
I voted for this one too.
Yeah.
What an iconic figure.
Perfect.
Another figure that
perfect.
everybody had to have.
Perfect. Exactly. Everyone had that, even if you were a casual wrestling fan or figure fan.
Yep.
He's got the
Perfect.
punch. Look at the punch action.
Dude, the punch, the boots, the snake. You had an accessory, which wasn't, a common thing. That was a big deal to have an accessory.
The body is
The
perfect for him.
likeness, The body, like he's not jacked. He's got that perfect Jake the Snake body.
That's right.
Like, man.
And the LJN Jake had a snake as well. And like I actually liked that snake because it was like a bend. You could bend him to whatever shape you wanted.
Yeah, but
Right,
you
but
didn't need
this-
to with this one.
What?
You didn't need to for this one because it's so perfect.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. This one is like, in the perfect position, goes over his neck.
Yeah.
And then this is the snake that Jack steals this style of snake. Mattel. Like
It's true. It's very
no
true.
one does the snake like the LJN. And I never realized till years later that he can actually hold the snake
Oh,
with
that's
his
what I
left
do.
hand.
Yeah.
Like perfectly.
Yeah, he holds
Yeah.
it, and then I always put the other one on like his wrist so he could like hold it out, the head.
Oh, I don't do that.
I
That's
thought-
cool. That's
Yeah.
very cool. But it's like even the detail on Damien, the white belly, the snake skin.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I love this figure. It's a classic. And I love that this year, it's a little change of pace. I love Macho Man, my favorite. In my
Yeah, I
opinion,
think
best of all time.
Ones that like Dan Ravel was kind of hinting at, like invest in like mint on card Jake the Snakes, because
Right.
chances are if you ever had a wrestling figure, you had that damn figure, and if you're
100%.
100% buy it, that's it.
I do wish, I think this is perfect for Series 1. I do wish we had a repaint heel with the glove.
I would have loved that. Just a repaint too. That's all you would
Repaint, that's it, repaint.
Yeah.
That's true.
Incredible figure. Jake.
Black tights with the glove. Yeah, I would have been.
And how crazy is it that all these years later, we're probably going to get an AEW Jake the Snake.
If what we, our spidey senses think is going to happen. With
Soon
that,
after multiple WWE ones that just came out.
Yeah, he's got some great. He's very toyetic. The Snake is awesome. This is a great figure. You think of Hasbro, you think of Jake the Snake.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's a great figure. So let's give it up for Jake the Snake Roberts. Next, the next inductee to the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast Hall of Fame Class of 2021. Have a nice day.
Oh, yeah.
Mankind.
Great call.
Jakks Classic. It's not even a classic. Jakks Superstar Series 3. It's a classic figure.
Yeah.
But beautiful figure.
To
When this
recap,
comes out,
the first you voted, the series was LJN and Remco's, right?
no, just LJN.
Okay, and then the second series was Jake the Snake, the Hasbro. That
was Hasbro and Galoob. I'm sorry. That was Hasbro and Galoob.
Right. So there's no Galoob figures, and now this series is the FWF. This is Bone Crunchers,
Right.
ECW, and WCW.
I'm glad you corrected me on that. That's right.
Yeah.
So Jake won out the Galoobs as well.
Yeah.
This figure, it comes out. I know it's coming out because Christmas '96, I get the monster ring, and on the back of the ring, it just shows
logo,
like the logos to the guys. What a little tease.
That's awesome.
Right to my little.
I love that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a modern day. That's an old school render, if you will. The modern day version that would be a render, right?
I'll never forget. So I'm in 6th grade. It's January, end of January. I'm getting braces. My dad comes to pick me up from the orthodontist. He walks in with Mankind.
Oh, baby.
He says, I hid the rest at Levittown Toys R Us. Let's go. Let's go.
That's pretty cool.
Great figure. Everything about him is original. The arms has the I believe, correct me if I'm wrong.
The hair and the scars on the arms, or people don't realize.
The hair,
pretty wild.
he has the forearm hair. Okay, I don't know if you can see it here. He's the forearm hair. He has the scars on his arms. I believe this is the only figure of Mankind that has a real mandible claw and not paint.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you're.
How crazy is that? 1996, 1997. It's now 2021, and nobody can make us a mandible claw?
Yeah.
He's
I
at the
got that
molding.
at Roosevelt Field Mall KB Toys, and I lost my mind. Got four new characters.
I just love the molding of the boots, the molding on the back.
How about this?
Everybody, let's get some bone crunching action. A little silence for some bone crunching action. Oh yeah.
Love it.
How about this? That is Mick Foley's rookie figure.
Ooh.
Awesome figure. Now, it is re-released many times. Manager Series 1.
Yeah.
Buried Alive. But this is like, if you're going to get a Mankind, in my opinion, even if you're going to keep it loose, you got to get Series 3 just because it's his first figure, like Brian said, his rookie figure. And how toyetic it is. This is like the ultimate villain, ultimate bad guy who turns into such a lovable comedic hero. But what a great character. What a great man. Mick Foley, everybody.
Right.
Give it up.
Nice, Mick. Nice.
I'm proud of Mankind on that one.
The next inductee, also from Jakks, but from the classic Superstars line.
Superstar.
Jakks Classic Superstar Series 2. Woo! Nature Boy. Ric Flair styling and profiling. I forgot to say, this was another category. Jakks non-bone cruncher.
Yeah.
Because that line was huge.
I messed up. I should have voted for this, and I didn't. I'm pretty sure.
It's an incredible figure. He's even got the woo face.
He's got the woo face,
So
yeah.
great.
By the way, this is the figure that I literally just got because I was mistaken on the Red Robe Flair.
Inexcusable, Mark.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Can I make a confession, guys?
Yeah.
So I need to get all these figures out because I need to take their picture, their annual picture in the Hall of Fame custom ring.
Yeah.
But my classic superstar collection is so deep in my messy garage that I asked Mark to take his out for this video, and B, I'm going to Super Gabby tomorrow to pick up a mint on card one to open it up.
You have it in your garage. You're not going to get
You
it.
already know.
That's wild.
You already
Can't
know.
you do a tote? Isn't it just in a tote?
Yeah, but it's a tote that's on top of a tote, surrounded by totes.
The classic superstars robes don't get enough love. They're great. They're phenomenal.
Yeah.
All the robes. They get fluffier. There's some more detail on the robes as they go, but this is such a perfect Flair. Now, one thing that I noted, the deluxe Flair has the longer hair. This is 100% WWF Flair, and he has the WCW title, but showed up on TV with
Jakks thing.
Yeah, but no, they showed up on TV with the
in my
belt.
head. I always considered it WCW and WA Flair.
I would say
too.
the other one's way more NWA.
That hair's too long.
Yeah,
to be
yes.
WWE
The
Flair.
deluxe has longer hair, but even that hair is too long for a
that's too long to
WWF.
be his WWF run. Hey, does that not have knee pads?
I just realized that too. No knee pads.
I don't remember that.
Oh,
Well, that's so Jakks. I mean, we love Jeremy, the Godfather of classic superstars. He brought us this
it's
line.
less offensive on Ric Flair because his knee pads are basically on his
All right,
boots for
how about
whatever
this?
reason.
Marky, did you buy that Lucy like a cheapskate, or did you open that today?
I opened this a couple weeks ago. I did it on Twitch.
There was no
I guess Brian's not
knee
watching the product. But yeah, what a great figure.
Wait,
And
you
yeah,
think that I
technically-
accidentally threw them out?
pads. No, I feel like it's like a mess up, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh. No,
No, Brian, I think you're
opened-
wrong. I think me and you maybe added knee pads.
I
But
opened this on Twitch.
Another thing I didn't necessarily like too much is that I think
Oh, yeah,
the big
I'm
gold,
Looking at pictures.
the big gold's a little too small.
Yeah.
Well,
They
fixed that
later
on.
make a bigger version. Jakks realizes that later, not in this set, but later down in the line, they make a bigger big gold.
Do you know what this big gold fits perfectly on? Like retro figures.
Oh wow!
Like I put one of these on like the retro Ric Flair. Looks great.
Oh, I
Well,
can see
it's
that.
a great figure, and you know what they say, Mark? No hair, no flair. Woo!
No,
Welcome
no
to the Hall of Fame, Rick.
Let's give it up for the Nature Boy.
Oh no, bases loaded. Bryce Harper's up. Mets are up 2-0.
That's
All right,
not
Brian,
an
I don't know
evergreen.
what you- I don't
That's
know why
not
you're
an
not
evergreen
watching-
content. No.
You're not
That's
you're not
evergreen.
watching the Hall of Fame,
Evergreen.
Brian?
I'm doing both.
All right. This one, I will admit, I'm a little torn about inducting it in, but the votes are the votes.
This is the Mattel.
We don't sway the votes. The votes are the votes. Now, in my mind, this is Hall of Fame, best figures of all time, not best figures of the year. But I will say this figure is so good that it's already as best figure or one of the best figures of all time. He's standing next to a mountain. He's going to chop it down with the edge of his hand. It is the Mattel
Very against this.
Ultimate Edition Hollywood Hulk Hogan. This one with flying colors.
Right.
That's crazy.
Flying
I did not
colors.
vote for this.
I did not vote for this as well. This figure was supposed to come out years ago as an elite, was canceled, so we finally got it. Listen, you need a Hollywood Hogan in your collection. Take note, I do not have him displayed with his boas because that is a Makina mashup. That is inaccurate. My friend Duke the Dumpster Drosy has those boas.
Oh, bull.
I refuse to even keep them because they don't make any sense.
That's ridiculous.
But beautiful figure. He's at the Hollywood blue flame boots, the lightning bolt trunks, the gloves, the spray painted title, the Cardillo NWO weight belt. For the first time in Mattel history, you could rip the shirt from the front on a soft goods.
There's a lot of cool things, but I just wish he was. Damn it! I wish he was more jacked and tan.
The jackness doesn't bother me. I do wish he was more tan. Give me that hot
He was
dog color
leaner
tan.
than
that-
NWO early NWO.
Well, true, but you need that hot dog skin, bro.
So he's got.
I think it's the best Hollywood Hogan figure, period, end of story. And
I think the storm's a little.
I don't think so.
I like it.
We never did that full review ski of all of them. But I think listen, it's an incredible figure. It's a figure.
No, I'm not. It's an incredible figure. I'm not. trying to say
The
it's
removable
not a good
sunglasses, removable headband. I'm sorry, bandana. I love it. It's so great. You need a Hollywood Hulk Hogan in your collection, and that's great.
Or many in mine.
Or many in Mark's.
Yes.
Great figure, Terry, Big Terry. Wow. Oh my God. Not only did he go into the WWE Hall of Fame this year as Hollywood Hulk Hogan, but he went into the major Wrestling Career podcast
figure. What a carny! He's really making the
as
rounds,
Hollywood
huh?
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Terry. Let's give it up for Terry, Bolea, not Terry, my mother, but let's give it up for Terry, my mother, as well.
Terry,
I don't know if she's
I'd rather give it
watching.
up for Terry, your mother. Than Hogan.
Let's take a swig of some PBR. Thank you, PBR, for sponsoring the Major Wrestling Podcast Hustle Loyalty Collect.
And that was in the other category.
No, that was Mattel. We're about to get to the final category.
Okay, here we go.
This one is another one.
Oh. Cats are just killing me, guys.
Brian, this
You're ruining this.
you're ruining this, Brian.
It's evergreen content on
Whoever
YouTube.
Voted,
You're ruining
whoever voted for
There's evergreen
figure that came
content.
out three months ago ruined this.
No.
This is evergreen content. We're gonna have to cut this, but
It's still evergreen. The Mets blowing leads is evergreen.
Oh, come on.
stop. And next up, the final inductee to the Major Wrestling Podcast Hall of Fame class of 2021.
Yeah, here we go. That's great. What's wrong with that?
No, I'm okay with this one.
Hulk Hogan Tonka Wrestling Buddy. Again, wins with flying
Of course
colors.
it is.
Wins with flying colors. We have a
Just
whole
Back me
Major-
up on this.
What's that?
Your Flair classic is in a tote on top of a tote behind a tote that's on top of a tote. You just went and got that off your bed, right?
Me and Big Terry sleeping together. No, but I love this. This is a classic. Everybody, if you grew up in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s, you had this figure. Is it a figure? I say yes. This has,
It's a
even though it's
child
not.
product. Yeah. It's
Yes, it's not a Hasbro. Technically, it's in the Hasbro era. Listen, we have a whole goddamn podcast, goddamn YouTube episode, a monster episode
everything
with the
you-
designer.
everything you'd ever want to know about the wrestling buddies.
Right. Stephanie has scanned or designed these. Now, we learned years later there are actually variants that show, my eyebrows are under the bandana. The original have the eyebrows over the bandana. So I'm looking
very
for that
cartoony,
in box.
Yeah.
But it's a classic.
Oh, you are. That's breaking news.
I am looking for it mint in box. But I need the eyebrows over for it to be mint in box. The rips in the back. It comes to the title. So every kid wrestled with this, slept with this.
Everything I said about Jake the Snake Hasbro and like people our age is the same exact thing about this. Like even if you were casual, you had this, you knew what this was,
Or you knew
friend
somebody had it.
Yeah, I mean,
It just, to me, it just screams. It screams nostalgia. It screams 90s. It screams Hulkamania. It screams WWF.
Yep.
I love this. You can wrestle with this with your major buddy. Series 2 coming soon. You can do Smart Mark Sterling against Hulk Hogan.
The match everyone's
But I
always
love
wanted
this.
to
And
see.
so many companies, even us, try to rip these off. But the originals are the original, and there's no better.
it's just crazy how no one's ever. I mean,
No
we
one has
came
ever done it.
We came pretty damn close, but no one's ever made.
No one's ever done it.
what those are. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for Terry again.
Wow, how many times is Terry's in the hall every year? Yeah,
Terry's in every year.
He's a 4-time Hall of Famer and he's on a 3-peat, right?
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
wow.
nuts. He's
Three.
He's
a
been every.
streak
And he
of-
deserves.
a str-
You know
A
what?
streak of 3 years in a row, and he's a 4-time Hall of Famer.
I think he deserves to be in for the LJN, the Hasbro, and the Buddy. He deserves to be in.
I do. I agree. Though.
The Ultimate is great, and it's just hard to. It's so fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I want to congratulate everybody who was inducted. Thank you to everyone who submitted their votes.
Okay.
Well, next year maybe Hulk Hogan can go in with the brand new host of WrestleMania figure that they'll be coming out with.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Hogan and
I don't
jeans.
know. But guys, thank you PBR. Thank you Major Marks. Thank you to the committee. It's a great class. Stay tuned to social media. I'll post all these guys in the ring. That's one reason I don't like the Buddy being in, because was he going to be behind the ring?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
perfect.
got it right.
It is what it is.
It's a big
But guys,
drop.
thank you very much. The class of 2021. Do, 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 do.
All right.
Do, 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 do.
Mark, plug in Hillbilly Jim's speech from a couple years ago. Right here.
All right.